Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about the research collection document. So this is the next step in your research project. So you should have completed at this point your brainstorming research project topics, which you can find that information on Canvas, and then your research questions and keywords. All right. So once you have done those, you've got your topic, you're ready to start researching. You are going to pull up this research collection document you can find on Canvas, and you're going to make a copy. There are two different versions. The first one is for the just general research project where you're finding 3 sources, and then there's the advanced document if you're having to find 5 sources if you're doing the advanced project. Down below, you are going to see the rubric for which I'm going to be grading your research on. This is a test grade, okay, and it's worth 20 points. So you want to make sure that you are doing your very best on this. All right, so when you open up the document, you're going to notice that there are at least 3 different spots for you to put in your research information, okay, and there's a variety of things. So I'm going to go through those with you at this time. I have been collecting research because I am also writing an essay with you guys. So I want to make sure that you know kind of what I'm looking for. So this is an example of a completed research card, if you will. So I've got my source title. So that is the name of the article that I pulled. I pulled it from Gale, which is one of the resources that Mrs. Williams talked about. These are really great because it cites for you, and I know the information is reliable, right? I don't have to do the FART test. I know it's reliable. All right, so this is the resource that I used. And so that's the source title and then the search term. So when I was looking for this source in Gale, all I had to do was type in Norse mythology, and it was the very first one. So I am going to put what I typed into my database or typed into Google to get the information. From there, this source is fairly long. So just a trick for you to use just in case you're having trouble finding the information you need, which you want to be answering those questions from your questioning document, is I'm going to click Control F, and that's going to pop up a search for me. Okay, so all I have to do is type in the word that I'm looking for. In this case, it's fate, and it's going to bring up all of the instances of the word fate in the article. So I can jump through and kind of find the information I need. All right, so there are 2 different things I need to pull from my website. The first one is paraphrased information. So as I read my source, I'm going to put the information that I want to use in my own words. You are going to want to make sure that you cite that by giving the paragraph number. So for example, on paragraphs 4 and 11 is where I found all the information from that article that I needed for my specific topic. And so I put those into my own words so that I had that. The next thing is going to be in quotations. So these are specific word for word quotes that I might want to use in my essay. You can see I've pulled 3 at this time. This one down here at the bottom is a little long, so I may not end up using it, but it's better to pull it now than have to go back later and try to find it. So you are going to pull word for word from the text, something that you may want to use. For example, this is in a quotation, and I'm going to a small phrase that I thought was really good. And then I put it in quotation marks because it is not my own words. I have to put the quotation marks to show that they are not my words. They're somebody else's. Okay, and then make sure that you get that paragraph number on there. All right, the final 2 are the MLA citation. I did make a separate video that goes through the details on how to do that MLA citation. Just be aware that you can, if you use a database, that information is going to be on there for you. So you do not have to come up with that on your own. The video over citations is going to be found under this research resources. So you can definitely go back there and watch that if you need help with that. The other thing is in-text citation. So your in-text citation is going to be in parentheses always. Okay, and it will be parentheses the first word or 2 from your MLA citation. So I would do that one first. So for example, this is Norse mythology. and then the page number or paragraph number. So paragraph 11, and I had to do it twice because I also have a 4. You can do the first or a couple of words. All right, so you are going to be giving the title, the search term, the paraphrased information. You want a lot of that. Quotations, you want to have at least one, your MLA citation and your in-text citation. And you'll do that 3 to 5 times. Make sure that you are pulling reliable sources and you're pulling as much information as you can.